When the world thinks of Fred Rogers, they picture kindness. The soft spoken man in a red cardigan who taught generations of children about love, empathy, and understanding. But when his family began sorting through his belongings after his passing in 2003, they came across something no one expected. Deep inside his study, behind years of carefully organized letters, awards, and handwritten notes, was a small locked drawer. For years, no one had opened it. When they finally did, they found a single envelope, addressed in Fred Rogers' own familiar handwriting. The words on the front read simply, "For those who continue the work." What lay inside, according to those who read it, changed the way people understood the gentleman who shaped American childhood. Inside the envelope was a letter written in Fred's calm, deliberate tone. But it wasn't the cheerful voice of Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. It was reflective, deeply personal, and, as some described it, haunting in its honesty. Rogers wrote about the weight of his mission, the burden of trying to keep goodness alive in a world that often celebrated cruelty. He spoke of his fear that, despite decades of effort, people were forgetting how to truly listen, care, and love one another. If kindness ever feels small, he wrote, remember that it is still stronger than all the noise of the world. Those who read the letter said they were struck by how vulnerable and even sorrowful it felt, as though Fred Rogers had seen the darkness of the world more clearly than anyone realized. For most of his life, Rogers had been the symbol of hope. His television show wasn't just for children. It was a quiet rebellion against the fast-paced, cynical culture growing around him. Every episode was carefully designed to make children feel seen, valued, and safe. But as the letter revealed, Rogers sometimes wondered if his message was enough. He admitted to moments of doubt, nights when he couldn't sleep, worried that children were growing up in a world too harsh for gentleness to survive. I've tried to teach that love is at the root of everything, he wrote. But love, like a garden, must be tended every day, or it withers. Those close to Fred said the letter reflected not despair, but resolve. He was reminding those who came after him, teachers, parents, storytellers, to keep nurturing the light he had worked so hard to share. In one chilling yet powerful line, he warned, "The real monsters are not on our screens. They are the moments we choose not to care." It was a statement that left readers speechless, a quiet acknowledgement that the battle for kindness never truly ends. When the letter became known years later, it spread quietly online, not through official channels, but through people sharing its words, line by line. Fans and scholars alike called it Fred Rogers' final teaching. It wasn't meant to frighten, it was meant to wake people up. He wanted the world to understand that kindness is not passive. It's a deliberate act of courage. Fred Rogers' locked drawer didn't contain secrets of scandal or mystery. It held something far more powerful, his unfiltered truth. The letter inside wasn't just chilling because of its tone.